I'm going to walk us through the Chiefs' first possession. To some extent, I've charted these plays. I'm not sure I have any great revelations to make just yet. With any luck, we'll see a little bit more in that regard by the time we get into the second half. I'll label each formation and personnel grouping in writing as I've learned to do it on each play. I think those labels are very useful for us to recognize as we study the Chiefs together to see what we can see. Here we go. First snap by the Chiefs on offense, 1st and 10. We'll let it run. See a lot of that motion, return motion by Kelce. See a lot of man coverage on Kelce by Kyle Hamilton. You also see a lot of games the Ravens would play. Sometimes the Ravens would line Kyle right over top of Kelce and then change his assignment post-snap. On this particular play, however, you do see him, even though he's in a deep alignment, moving with Kelce back and forth. He's going to drive on this. This is actually a very nice play by him. I think it's a 4-yard pickup. It's pretty apparent the Chiefs were trying to hit quick and target the flats early in this game or early in this drive. 2nd down and 6. Empty formation. The tight end's been shifted to this side, whereupon you see a conversation taking place here by Queen or between Queen and Kyle Hamilton. Ravens giving an appearance of a 2-deep shell. They're discussing crossing routes, more than likely by this number 3 receiver to that side. This turns into a sort of 3 match coverage. Some people call this read, where we see this deep safety trigger down to play the number 2 receiver. And here's the other part of that conversation. You see Pat being cognizant of this route crossing and getting under it right here. Believe that's communicated to him by Raquan. In terms of the route, you've got a little 5-yard in by the number 1 receiver, a slant by number 2, that cross by number 3, an out and a fade on the backside of the play. He ends up hitting this in-breaking route. Interesting, you see Stevens pointing right here at this route. This is a match principle where this player would have passed this route off inside theoretically and picked up this in-breaking route. Chiefs picked up a 1st down. It's 1st and 10. This is the 3rd play of the drive. You get another motion right to left from the tight end. They pull the right guard. They're trying to get the defense leaning this way. I think they catch a break here. Either that or they saw something on film. You can see the defense does shift that way, and McDonald sends a slot blitz, kind of playing right into the Chiefs' hands here. This quick hitting screen. Again, they were emphasizing this early. This is a big gain. They get numbers as a result of that blitz. You can see this wide out off the ball, go to pick up Mollett, realize he's gone, and then they have numbers. After picking up another 1st down, they move Mahomes under center. Dot formation, 13 personnel. They start to run the football, I believe 3 times in a row here. We'll find out as we take it play by play. They're going to move this tight end across the formation to kick out the end man. They're going to run power, pulling the right guard. Not sure how this back slips through here. It is worth noting, and it is noticeable how involved their tight ends along with their wide receivers are in each blocking scheme. I have to go back and check this, but I believe most of the plays on this first drive, they have the back away from the tight end side. This is after another 1st down. Notice the insert block here from the tight end. They ask their inline tight end to block the end man on the line of scrimmage. Matabike, Pat Queen make this play happen. Patrick Queen is a great linebacker. You would not see him doing this year 1 and 2. Violent at the line of scrimmage. Takes on 2 blocks and gets off 2 blocks, gets in on this play. This is the Chiefs' 3rd straight run on this first drive. I'm noticing a very multiple offense, hard to predict from game to game and in game based on formation, down and distance. Quarterback obviously knows it backward and forward. Pre-snap, you see this little game the Ravens are playing with Kyle chasing the tight end. As the ball snapped, you see him move away from what might look like man coverage over the tight end. In a sense, that kind of bites the Ravens here as the Chiefs on 2nd and 9 run counter. They pull the right guard, kicks the end man out, insert that tight end to get on the linebacker. Pretty good gain. I think they pick up 7 here on 2nd and 9. Interesting that they run the exact same play against the exact same look from the Ravens, including the Kyle Hamilton move, but it doesn't work in the second half. We'll look at that play. Taking a break just for one play from the first drive. Now we're in the second half to look at a play that's virtually identical in terms of how the Ravens play it, how the Chiefs align. In terms of personnel, they're running that same counter call that we just watched. The play went for 7 on the first drive. Here, even though we see the same game with Kyle aligned over the slot, then moving away. Here's that counter call. The Chiefs running the same play out of the same formation, yet it doesn't work. The reason that this play works in the first quarter and doesn't work here is that Oweh gets hands on the tight end. Right there, he's not able to climb or insert and get into Pat Queen. Pat ends up running free here. In effect, beating that block, bringing the ball carrier down after a short gain. What I'm about to say is something that is not exactly news. I would do everything I could to get my hands on Travis Kelce every play. Every play. Doesn't have to be the guy that's covering him. We'll watch it from this angle. Third and 2. Again, the Chiefs go to run the football. This is a great play up front and a great play by Roquan. Chiefs are running split zone right. Watch Roquan just get inside this double team. Great job by Broderick up front. Just slivers in between the center and the right guard there, or left guard there. Makes a play in the backfield. D-line not given an inch. Interesting, too, on this slice block, Clowney ends up on top of the tight end here. This is the 4th and 2 conversion by the Chiefs on this first drive. You see this motion just before the ball snapped by number 2 to that side. The quarterback rollout. This is not some magic play by Mahomes here. I'm not sure if it was billed that way. If memory serves, that's the way it was sort of sold. Look at the connection. Look at him making something out of nothing. I'm telling you, they've practiced this play 1,000 times, and it's a big part of the play design. I'm not saying Mahomes doesn't hit the sideline throw to this side if it's there, but let there be no question that they are moving Mahomes to that side along with the routes to clear the middle of the field, and Roquan jumps all over it. He's definitely reading Roquan here and that side of the field. Just has great accuracy, but this is something they've worked on. This isn't accidental. This isn't a magic connection or anything like that. This is a big part of the design. You see the play fake by Kelce outside, and he beats him inside here. You got to get hands on him. You've got to get hands on him every play, somehow or the other. Pat's got to get out to the flat, got to avoid what could be a chip by Kelce so he can't hit him. Brandon's got to get hands on him. I don't understand the role of the safety here either. I suppose he's protecting some kind of bender route, or ultimately would get on some kind of post that Kelce would run, but he barely moves or drives on this. The other thing is you see Steven sort of lose his balance here for whatever it's worth. Looks like he can undercut this route. Good hands, great throw. Not some magic making something out of nothing play. They've worked on it 1,000 times. Immediately on the heels of that conversion, 1st and 10, they're going to run the football again here. This is an RPO here by the offense and the quarterback. I think it's a very interesting play design and wrinkle. They release the inline tight end, give sort of a split zone look, bringing this tight end across. And what I find interesting about this, Brent Urban should make that tackle, is that the quarterback is reading Brandon Stevens here, ends up giving the ball because Brandon hangs in that sort of flat region. But you have these 2 routes to the flat, and that's why he's reading Brandon. I just thought that was an interesting wrinkle, real clever play design there. Second down and 6. Again, we see the tight end kind of falsifying around here in motions, back and forth, back and forth. Kyle following him here. Certainly the quarterback takes note of that. What he's reading post-snap really is the responsibilities of this defender. This is a matchup waiting to happen. This is the matchup they want in man. Post-snap, he wants to confirm that. If Mollett hangs out here and plays some sort of zone coverage with Kyle taking 2 over the top, he's going to go somewhere else, probably this dig backside. You see a hitch, an out, and a post. And Mollett is definitely who they want in man if they can get him. And he gets called for a hold here. This is the touchdown play. Kelsey runs a stick nod matched up on Kyle. Just a great throw. Pretty good catch, too. Has to go down low to get it. If you like this video, please spread it around. It's past my bedtime.